Oh no. If the product starts to smoke or burning smell occurs, stop cooking immediately. Ow! I'm feeling confident to put it in my toaster. Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our kitchen from Pat and I. Today we're doing a new kitchen gadget testing video, a playlist I've been doing for years. So if you've missed any, do put on your sweatband, have a marathon at the end of this video. Most importantly, before commenting down below, please consider that some of the gadgets on this video and the playlist can help people with certain disadvantages in the kitchen and can generally improve their life. So it's really important to just please consider that. Some are novelty, don't get me wrong, but some, as I found out, have been like actual life changing. So that's cool. Anyhow, let's boil an egg. While the egg's cooking, if anyone dropped a postcard this morning on the beach, could you please get in touch? They look like a nice American family, so yeah. Sorry, that's a terrible joke. But do these things work by, is it diffraction? I have got a diffraction grating sheet. I don't know if anyone knows what they're generally used for, but apparently with one of these, I can make rainbow chocolate. And that is a spoiler for a future video coming soon. All right, our first gadget today was very kindly sent to me by a follower, so thank you. This is from Chef, and it's called the Flip Slice Egg Slicer. Egg Slicer. I've seen one of these before, and I think I've done one of these before, but I was like, no, this is different. I was about to very kindly return to sender. Elvis, yeah, we went there. Oh my gosh, it was £14, blimey. But this is more than an egg slicer. Even though it's called the egg slicer. Because it has two sides to it. It has an egg side, and of course that well-known food that we have naturally every single time we have a boiled egg. There is a mozzarella side, and I can't quite see because this sticker, just like the amount that they're putting in ingredients when you buy them in the shop now, they put a huge sticker in the way, so they put it right at the bottom. Crazy. Could be covering the mozzarella holster. Let's find out. Oh wow, yeah, that is. Thanks, Elvis. Look, that divot is way bigger, and that is kind of the perfect size for an egg. Okay, so I've given it a quick wash. We've got a board here and a mozzarella ball, and I love the way it says it's a cradle for the mozzarella and the egg. It should fit perfectly in there. It actually feels like it has a purpose now, but I wanted to see, because it's got a bit of movement in it, if I just like let it go like this, no. I was like, oh, will it actually like just guillotine it? No, but if we go like this, let's see. Oh, no, 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 no. It's pushing it along a little bit. Should we just keep going through it? Ooh. That's done quite well. The only thing was, the cradle kind of got pushed. And if you've got a baby, that's not good, all right? Look after your cradle. We have got lovely little discs of mozzarella. I've never thought about that before, because I've had it before with the boiled eggs, which we'll show in just a moment, to do the other side of the cradle. Oh, the egg's ready. But what else could you put in there? Maybe a grape? Can you see us? Ready? Here we go. Oh no. Needs some force. Oh! No. Oh gosh, did I just break the string? Oh! I broke the strings! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. Well, we know the mozzarella works, and the egg's ready. Let's give it a try. Also, on a side note, mozzarella and grapes, outstanding. That really works. Oh my gosh. The safe way, the fun way. Wow. Oh wow. As I pulled it through, that still went through it. Little discs of egg. Does mozzarella and egg work? Yeah. Okay, if any of you can come up with an invention for popping your own corn on the go, not cigarette lighter, literally manual somehow, I can't think of it, you will make a lot of friends, because cinemas charge an absolute fortune for popcorn. This is a bag of popcorn kernels. And it costs about £1.50, right? And if I popped every single one of those, it would probably fill this room. Now, Boston and I went to the cinema the other day and watched Sing 2 with the kids. Very good film indeed. But the popcorn, right, was £4.50 for a small, but for an extra 50p, you got one that was like the size of Boston, probably. I'm using you for scale, all right? But that was still £5. It was a lot of dog biscuits. But my point is, for how much was made, it was probably like maybe a quarter of this bag. So like probably like 30p to make it. This thing from Joseph, which we know are a fairly stable brand. In fact, remember, none of these videos are sponsored. If I'm ever sponsored, I will tell you, which is why I could be so impartial and offensive. But no, they generally are quite good. This is a 2-pack. Is there 2 in there? Microwave single-serve popcorn maker. But it says, unlike my favourite one, which is in the garage. There it is. My popcorn maker. This is my favourite one. It's in my garage next to a set of jump leads and some chocolate-flavoured port. That one is good, but it's also dangerous. I've seen some reviews, it hasn't happened to me yet, where the glass can shatter, which is where this is made of silicone. Basically, add the kernels, close the lid flaps and microwave it, and the flaps will pop up during cooking. Is that not just gonna fire popcorn everywhere? We apparently closed this lid down, okay, which wants to pop up anyway. Oh no, come on now. Fold both the flaps down into the center, making sure they overlap. Watch carefully and stop the microwave when the lid flaps have opened and the popped corn has reached the top of the maker. If the product starts to smoke or burning smell occurs, stop cooking immediately. Well, great. Okay. Now, I've bought the world's worst microwave, both for me and for you, because look, all I can see, hello, I can't see anything in there at all. So this microwave probably won't last very long. Oh, a popcorn maker should work. It's so easy to make your own in a pan. So I'm gonna be really disappointed if this doesn't work. I mean, it's had a minute, so let's just stop the madness. What? There's a couple of unpopped kernels down there. Oh, actually, you can't deny that has popped it. That's popped it blooming quick, hasn't it? I don't like the fact that I've got to salvage it. Yeah, I don't think that these needed much encouragement at all to open. I mean, look at that. I wonder if I press you right against it. Oh, you can sort of see it. This is how I can see it just as much as you. Oh, and the lid's popped open. It's popped open. Look, that's amazing. This is like Jurassic Park. Let's say from about 20, oh, it does smell a little bit burnt. About 25 grams of popcorn kernels, you get all of this. Wow. I thought there's going to be 1 or 2 at the bottom. Oh, there are a few. There are only a few. What about this one? Oh, there's more in there. Look at that. Oh, no. All right, next up is something called the egg Coddler. Apparently, these have been around for a long time. I've not heard of them before. The egg Coddler is a traditional, healthy and simple way of poaching eggs either on their own or by adding flavours. You crack the egg, or 2 eggs, into the Coddler along with any additional ingredients you like. Boil it in the water for 6 to 9 minutes. Once ready, you can eat your perfectly poached egg straight from the Coddler itself. So let's get this open. Oh, I thought it was a pepper pot at first. Wow. Okay. That's quite posh, doesn't it? Very nice. Is that a screw? Yes, it's got a thread. That is literally it. Okay, amazing. So I've got some boiled egg, I've got some ham, I've got some spinach and some cheese. Got some mozzarella, haven't we? We'll shove that in there. Let's give this a wash and grease it up. To be honest, that's actually quite a lot of capacity for an egg. I have got large eggs. Woo! Oh my gosh, yeah, it's only like half filled it. If I just put some spinach in, egg whites, egg yolk, mozzarella, and some red Leicester cheese. Look, that's only half filled it. Little pinch of paprika too. Oh yeah! This is one of those things that I've never heard of, and I know someone's going to be like, yeah, my mum's got one of those. Let's see if I can... Oh, look. It's quite cool because you've got like a whole egg with a yolk, a load of filling, and then another egg completely, at the moment, undamaged. And plus the fact that you just eat out of it. How am I going to be able to show you guys what it looks like? Our lid goes on, just so it bites. It's like a shuttle ready for launch. And in it goes. Oh wow. It says to give it 6 to 9 minutes. It's making... Ooh. Look, can you see that? It's making like weird indigestion-y noises. Oh, that's quite good. But I do know that this bit is going to be insanely hot. So of course I'm going to open it now. Oh, here we go. That's not cooked. Well, that can bubble away again. That's not ready at all. All right, that's been another 5 minutes. So well beyond the maximum 9 minutes it suggested. Well, I like my poached eggs runny, but that was, yeah. Oh, actually, I would say, oh, look. That is actually cooked. That's amazing. I'll try and tip it out like some sort of egg sandcastle. Oh, half of it is actually, look, there's one poached egg in there and the other one's at the bottom. So that is 2 eggs with eggs that are already cooked inside it, with mozzarella, spinach, more cheese, ham, and the paprika. Look, you can see the paprika flakes. And that's pretty nice. All right, 2 quick ones now. These came in a pack of 3 and they are called rotating faucet nozzles. Now in here, I don't know if you can see, there is a fan, okay? This goes on the end of a tap. These are little water jets. And in there, I sometimes get adverts like on my Instagram feed. I don't know if I'm targeted for like, I probably am because I'm a middle-aged man. But I get these like shower attachments with like, can you see these like little ball bearings in there? I think that enhances the pressure of a tap, and this is exactly what this is supposed to do. This will stretch over your tap and then we can clamp it on with this to hold it in place. It could turn our sink into a super soaker. Yeah, see, my tap is actually square shaped, but that does fit on it quite well. Look, you can stretch it out like that and then you can go psh, like that. But did you see how easy that came off? That's where this is supposed to help. So that's the pressure I'm getting at the moment, right in the middle. That is on full flow. Using all the correct terms here, obviously. Get this on. All right. I'm tightening that quite well to the point where this rounding has almost become square too. So that is tight, but it's gonna need to be, okay? If I turn that anymore, I think it might snap. Patreon know this, and before I started the video, I intentionally dirtied some plates, which is sometimes harder than you think, but we also do have the Coddler. Let's give this a go. Let's just see if that pressure has changed anymore. Ow! It's actually low. It's actually less. It's actually less. Oh my gosh. So I've got a plate here with some ketchup and mustard that I stained earlier. That ain't doing a great job. Alright, I thought it was generally going to improve the water pressure, but it didn't. But one thing it is supposed to do, this is just a little bit of mustard, okay? See, without this on, which I'll show you in a minute, the water would just go straight down, but this... Look, we can clean our sink. See, that is pretty cool. I could not have done that with this. But the flip side of that is we lose the water pressure, look. So if you want to actually lower your water pressure, this would be brilliant. But the good thing is, if you have got a tap like us there, and you have got these hard to reach areas, because sometimes that does happen, this could actually work. So I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to keep this. Patron, the other 2, keep an eye out. All right, we've got quite a fun and heavily requested one coming up to finish off the video. But before we do, quickly, this is the Grapefruit Knife. It's a knife for grapefruit. I've had this for blooming ages. Long old handle, curved edge, serrated either sides with a triangular kink halfway down the shaft. The instructions on the back, unfortunately, are minimal. Literally telling you the wash instructions, and it's a curved and dual-sided blade to make it easier to separate the segments and remove the flesh. I'm going to check online in a minute just to make sure I'm doing it right, but part of me feels like I need to halve it like this, and then you then push the curved edges, imagine this is a real grapefruit, down through there, which you can then serrate to take out individual lumps of the segments, right? So let me just check a minute, and I'll see you in a sec. So what I just saw I'm going to try and do one little segment. Someone went down the back of it here, right to the bottom, and then there's a slight, can you see there's little membrane lines here. They went to there, and they actually just pierced it and lifted it out. Like that! Except their segments were much bigger. And we've just done an operation on a melon. So this just looks like a big lemon, doesn't it? I don't think I would bother with that, but one other one I saw was someone was just going all the way round and then going like that. Ugh. Okay, I didn't do that amazingly, but look. That's actually pretty darn useful. I love a big fat juicy orange, and I can't think of anything more exciting than rather than just eating it with a little bit of the pith on. I'm quite happy with that. But we could be taking the pith away if we could be bothered with one of these. Outstanding. Look at that. Huh? Ugh. Ugh. Takes me back to the rugby initiation days. All right, last up is something called a Crimpit. I got tagged again on social media, loads of this. Bro, you gotta get one of these, gotta get one of these. And I like the idea of it. It's a very simplistic thing where you crimp bread together. That's literally a recipe card. All right, you have a top and a bottom, and you make a toasty. You can air fry it, you can fry it in a pan, you can put it in the oven, you can do whatever, you could deep fry it. Oh. But bread is really easy to manipulate. You can literally do this. Fall over, bread. See? Because this, basically, you put the bread in here and crimp it together. So it's these sort of castle-like edges. Yeah, we went there, castle. Joins it together, fuses it. But it says for this one to buy your favourite thin bread, which I've never done, but it's this. They're actually called thins. I assume they're gonna fit, they look like they will, straight into that. Okay, that's cool. Add your favourite filling and be careful not to overfill. I'm gonna go for some ketchup because I love molten lava. Remember, when these things get heated, the sugar in the ketchup will burn your lips a lot, so let them cool down. Which was the reason, hopefully some of you might remember in the UK, they had these oven chips called ketchups that had ketchup already in the middle of them. They banned them. If you have ketchup inside a sealed potato vessel boat, and that's what we're going to call it, that's the official term, that stuff gets insanely hot. So people were literally suing the company because they were literally scalding their tongues and yeah, losing all of their taste buds. So here we go, we've got the, that's a nice little diversion, wasn't it? We've got the Crimp It lid here. Place the thin on top and then push the lid down and squeeze tightly. Oh yeah. Push down. Crimping ain't easy. Pop it out. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Why is the ketchup escaping? But that, you cannot deny, that edge there is really well fused together. Toast it, grill it, fry it, or air fry it. And if you want it hotter, you can microwave it. Now, I really wanted to put this one in the toaster. That was where it was going. But I've just put some kitchen towel on it to stop the ketchup seeping out. But it keeps coming. So hot ketchup on the toaster is not going to happen, so we'll put this in a pan. So we'll do that one, we'll toast another, but I've got the bread here, because I feel like they could be doing a disservice. Although they might have done their research and gone, no, it must be thins. I'm going to put standard bread in there, because I don't know that many people that buy that stuff. Yeah, so we'll go no ketchup on this one, just while that's in the pan. Put some ham in, cheese. And why the heck not? Let's put some of the mozzarella on that we had earlier. And then we crimp. All right. Crimping ain't easy, because look, I had a little bit overhang there, which makes me feel even more positive that you could use, well, just a normal slice of bread in here. Look, this is just coming off. That's excess, that's fine. And toast away. Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay, cool, cool. Ooh. Kind of melted. Oh, good though. That's the problem by cooking it in a pan, because it's just heating the outside edges. It's not going to warm through fully, which is why they probably say about putting it in the microwave. Whereas the toaster, whoa, that, please don't drop, please don't drop, please don't drop. Yes, that, oh, still the crunchiness. Look, I'll do it like that. See, hot, gooey cheese in there. Oh, it's red hot. Of course I'll take a bite. So the crimp pie is actually not too bad. It sounds like an illness. Why are you off work? Oh, I had that crimp pie that's going around. But let's just test something. Look, couldn't you just take a slice of bread like that? So the other slice of bread on top, and what I'm hoping for is this is going to press this together and the crusts will, most of them, come away. The only problem is we can't quite line it up properly, so we'll have to do our best bet here. I'm fairly confident this is going to work. There we go. Look at that. It's done it. This, with the ketchup inside, I'm feeling confident to put it in my toaster. Whoa! Oh, yeah. Well, there we go. Another kitchen gadget testing video in the bag. Please, if you are not subscribed already, please consider subscribing, giving the video a like, and of course, make sure your notifications are turned on if they're not already, so that you're aware of all new uploads. You'll be one of the first to see it. There's the kitchen gadget testing playlist to do. Put on your sweatband, check out the rest of them because they go on for hours. No, actually days. It goes on for days, so you'll need the popcorn. If you've seen any cool gadgets, don't forget to let me know on your favourite social media platform of choice. If I've not done it already and it's not in my garage, I've got about 100 in there still to do, but it's all good. Send me links. I love to see it. It really does help me. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Got all the notes, baby, like a treble clef. Cooking up this song like the naked chef. I know what you're thinking, British guy drinking tea, but I'm gangster British, baby. I prefer chickpeas.
Crimp pie ain't easy.